Good morning and welcome back to the channel. The marine fog is dissipating. When I woke up I was ensconced in it, and by the time I packed up the sun has started to peek out. The fog is pushing back from whence it came, and all that's left is for me to soak in this beautiful spot as my most likely last day camping on this trip. I've got 260 kilometers to Quebec City. I can check into my Airbnb at 1 and it's just before 8 now, so I'll dawdle my way there and hopefully find a cappuccino along the way and then settle into Quebec City and check out the town for a few days. Alright, let's hit the road. 6 degrees. This is one of the colder mornings that I've had, if not the coldest. Didn't leave anything behind. Feels warmer with the sun peeking out, that's for sure. I'm sure it'll warm up nicely fairly quick. Not too warm because we're going to be along the coast. It's a decent campground with nobody in it. If it's full up, not so much. Alright, a couple of kilometers to the main road and we'll start our journey to Quebec City. I have the perfect spider web built right behind my console. See how long that can last at highway speeds. I'm stuck in pure marine fog now. And we got up to 8 degrees in the sun, but now we're down to 7. Woo! It's chilly. It's 30 kilometers to Rivière-du-Loup. And that's a fair-sized town, so I'm going to fuel up and should be able to easily find a cappuccino there and hopefully give it enough time for the fog to burn off. Okay, I'm going to find out about this coffee shop. It's open. Ooh, fancy.
1 hour later.
Alright. Cappuccino and croissant. 10 o'clock. Gives the sun time to do its job. And we're warmed up. 11 degrees and sunny. Much better than 7 degrees and foggy. Still chilly. But we have just over 200k to get to Quebec City. We'll get there just around time to check in. Just on the outskirts of Quebec City, 16 kilometers to my Airbnb. I'm gonna have to cross over the river. Alright. Dilapidated old bridge. Classic Quebec, complete construction and traffic chaos. Okay, here is the Airbnb. I think my microphone wasn't plugged in the whole time I was riding, so who knows if you heard anything. Airbnb Street, that is my place up there. Here is the bike parked. Definitely needs a wash. And now I will wander. It's a magic festival. Only one crowded show left, because it's late in the afternoon. Oh wait, there's a bunny in a hat.
Chaleureux et attachant, il adore les jeunes et il parle le même
But he's not doing any tricks. The old Quebec City. The fortification walls were built between 1608 and 18 something or other. I have easily breached the city wall. Is the city hall. Here is a church celebrating its 350 years. And some guy making a show. And this is the Notre Dame Cathedral. It's very warm. I feel like I'm burning. I should really turn the heat down. Oh, it's like it's from my insides. The closer I get. Oh, it's super hot here. Oh my god. Whew. Why is it so hot? Oh, can you see the smoke coming off of me? I'm burning. I don't think I can stay in here much longer. Whew. Phew. Ah, it's so much cooler out here. Ah, it's like I've dropped down like 50 degrees. Whew. Even my insides feel a lot cooler. I don't know why they'd have the heat so high. Here is a statue of François de Laval de Montmorency from 1623 to 1708. Here is another statue of Cartier. There is the Château Frontenac, one of the most famous Frontenacs in the world. Also one of the most photographed. And here I am, part of the problem. Built in the late 19th century by the Canadian Railway to get tourists into the area. Here is the Château Frontenac courtyard. Here is a tourist inside the Château Frontenac. Here is a tourist in the Château Frontenac hallways, where the rooms are. And here is the view from the 18th floor of the Château Frontenac. This is what the Château Frontenac Gold Room looks like. Here is a view of the St. Lawrence with a cruise ship and some old buildings in front. Here is the St. Lawrence River with another cruise ship. People fishing and people drinking wine and enjoying life. Here are some cannons. They no longer go boom. Here is a steep street with more shops and a big pink something blown up pointing at me. Here is a steep staircase taking me down to more shops. Here are more old buildings. There is a funicular to take people up who don't want to use the stairs. Here is an old classic square. And with that same fat pink guy, he's everywhere. There he is, humping a window. There he is, peeping over, probably while humping a window. Here is a fairly empty old tourist street. Here is a somewhat sketchy wall with a somewhat sketchy staircase below a somewhat sketchy cliff. Here is a random steep cobblestone street. Here is a view of a massive grain elevator with a cruise ship in the background. Here is a tourist trying to decide what to eat. Here is a tourist drinking a gin and tonic. I just had a Guinness in the fakest Irish bar I've ever been in, I think. Pizza and churros. And the most non-Irish thinger ever. French umbrellas. The French bar I was at had Guinness umbrellas. and the Irish pub has French umbrellas. This place is backwards. Okay, that concludes day 1 in Quebec City. Tomorrow we'll do some more exploring, check out some more sights. See you guys in the morning. Good morning from day 2 in Quebec City. Had a nice night. Bed was comfortable. Some outside noise, not too bad. Overall, I'm really happy with the place. Got some walking around to do. Check out some more sights in Quebec City. First stop is to find a cappuccino. Here is a tourist squinting in the sunlight because he didn't bring his sunglasses because it was supposed to be cloudy all day. Cappuccino. Medium. Here is a French squirrel. Here are the plains of Abraham. Here is a tourist looking at the plains of Abraham. Here at the plains of Abraham, Quebec had been under siege for nearly 11 weeks by the British Army, led by General James Wolfe, who landed at Anse-au-Foulon on the nights of September 12th and 13th, 1759. He scaled the cliffs and took position at the headlands near the city. Taken by surprise, the Marquis de Montcalm ordered the deployment of the French troops at Beauport. It was approximately 9 o'clock when the two armies faced each other. At about 10 o'clock, the Marquis de Montcalm ordered the attack. The advancing French lines broke up quickly and fired in a disorderly fashion. There was such confusion among the French ranks that a number of them retreated to the city. Under heavy fire from the Canadian militia, the British attack was halted. However, the British still prevailed. The French army was able to find refuge in the city. Both Wolfe and Montcalm died in the conflict. Here are old military cannons. This is a 15 centimeter. This is a 21 centimeter gun from World War I. Here is the citadel. Access to the inside is only with a guided tour, as it's still an active military base. Alright, it's mid-afternoon and I'm off on a little excursion on the bike. I'm gonna hit up Montmorency Falls. It's supposed to be bigger than Niagara Falls. And then, not far from the falls, I am going to a friend's place for dinner. Jeremy. I met him in 2011 in Indonesia. We were on a dive boat together for 3 days. And we've been Facebook friends ever since. Haven't seen him in 13 years. And he contacted me to say, hey, why don't you come over for dinner? And I'm like, sure. So I have to navigate the city, out to the falls, and then we'll swing by Jeremy. Okay, a much needed quick wash. $4 for 4 minutes. Got the bulk of the grime off, but it's obviously gonna need a real proper wash. Maybe I'll be able to do that in Montreal. Here's Montmorency Falls, a big waterfall. Finally, a proper waterfall. It is quite large. Alright, Montmorency Falls done. And now we're a few minutes away from mon ami Jeremy. Alright, here we are at Jeremy's. Yeah, this is my buddy Jeremy. 13 years ago we were on a dive boat together. And now here we are in Quebec City.
I thought it was more than that.
It's 2011.
Yeah?
I checked my pictures.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Le vin rouge. Deer and bear. Man, I don't know what this is. Some normal meat. Some normal meat that you get running around in a pen.
2 hours later.
Alright, that was a amazing visit with an old travel acquaintance. Had some bear sausage, some deer steaks, and some regular old chicken. Shared some great travel stories. And hopefully I see him out in Vancouver sometime. It's just 18 kilometers to get back. It's chilly. I'm not appropriately dressed for this weather. So I'll be very cold when I get back to my Airbnb.